Hello. I have returned to you with a Just the Facts Man. And I'm talking to a person who has just been through a loss, perhaps a funeral, the loss of someone you cared deeply about. Because you flipped the Three of Swords, a broken heart, and then you flipped the card of adoration. So you lost someone who you absolutely loved, broke your heart. But then the next card I flipped was Earn. So I think that it's a loss that you have endured, because the next one is the Ace of Cups. Oh, what will you do now? And you have great, passionate, strong feelings, and feelings of pain and grief. And I just did a reading. Look for the reading. Grief isn't supposed to last forever. But that's where you are. And you're overwhelmed with the Eight of Swords. You're just kind of stuck there. Never. You're trapped. Trapped in these emotions that you can't stop feeling. Right? That's what I'm going to go with. And I got pride and accomplishment and a crossing. So you, curse breaker. You won. You did what they thought could not be done. You crossed a barrier. You crossed that bridge. The bridge to triumph. You were triumphant against all odds, and a heavy barrier, a heavy weight. Looking at the fine print, to read between the lines. It was hard. It was hard. You had to learn your lessons twice. Every hardness was made harder. It was just the way it was. Against all odds. You were Phil Collins. Well, you're sad. You're sad about right now. What are you sad about? The waste. The artist. Sad about all the creative years that you wasted. All the time that you didn't put into you. All the time that could have, should have, would have been creative, but wasn't. But you did something nobody thought you would do. You won in other ways. At the expense of this creativity. Now maybe you have another job. The answer is yes. Have you found another hookup? Someone, a creative hookup? There's more than one. You're going to have to kick it around and talk to your friends. But the answer is yes. The situation or event is right on track at this time. Figure out a way to work it, to get it done, and to serve her. I think you're going to go back to law work or re-enter publicity, or not publicity, but the public, to come away from the hermit status of it with grieving. I'm having a lot of trouble talking. To just pick up and continue, not to do any in-depth. You're not going to do any grief work. You're just going to let it scab over. Hope it heals that way. Trying to say yes to new events, trying to get back out there, trying to get going again. Which is okay. It's okay. But you're alone. You're alone with your feelings, and your feelings are deep and vast. Hard at work on top, deep and vast underneath. And now, for those of you that don't know, it's called Just the Facts Man because this started out as a platform for a card study with a book, and it's something else now. But I ran away here when I couldn't keep dude out of your readings, and I created these decks that I called Just the Facts Man decks. All it is basically is a giant oracle. It's 3 decks put together with all the major arcana and all the court cards removed. It's only 1 through 9, and instead of 3 of them, it's only 1 through 9, and there's 3 of them, 3 decks, and the only other addition in there is 1 set of aces. One wind, 1 fire, 1 blah blah blah. I don't know. I can't talk today. But against all odds. Show me against all odds. Defensive. Really down. When your back was against the wall, you didn't let that broken heart stop you. You're not going to let that stop you. I'll win in spite of it. I'll be happy. I'll show you. You crossed that bridge. You won against all odds. And maybe this is what you're grieving now, the loss of that relationship where you won against all odds and you were happy. Because it was hard. It was really hard. The devil's in the details. Some dissatisfaction, betrayal, and lies. Well, okay, dissatisfaction, betrayal, and lies. And then we have fine print. So that is a communication. Heavy burden of communication. So look closer. Look at the details. Inspect it. Research. Be careful. In-depth. Pay attention. Don't assume anything. Be thorough. Deep dive. Hidden information. Double check. Read between the lines. Is something not as you saw it? Because it looks pretty plain to me. You showed them. You didn't cave. You did what they didn't think was possible. I don't know. They didn't think you could make it after the betrayal and the lies. Thought they'd ground you down. Well, you came out a winner. But you're sad now as you look back on it. And think about, you've got the woulda, coulda, shouldas. The Ace of Pentacles. Woulda, coulda, shouldas. You took their help out of all the things that you could do, you could have done. You invested in your future. You made a choice, and it wasn't creative. It was practical and functional. Something similar probably to Baby Comes First, because the creative part of you was not taken up. You wanted money and wealth and fame and security. And now you may be looking for an investment. Maybe you're looking to invest in a new creative endeavor, a new creative, and you're going to invest in something new, something creative for you. Something old. Something old. Something that springs out of these last two cups. In the Five of Cups, the three spin up all to ground. You invest in the two that are left. And from 2 comes 7. And 7 and 8 is 9. And you are going to be hunky-dory. You're going to invest. Look, here's the 3 of Wands. You're waiting for your contacts. You're networking. You're looking for messages to come back. You're waiting on the answer. It's going to be yes. You have been hired. You have rejoined the game called life. You're the best candidate. You're the winner. You're going to flame on and do it on your own. This is your baby. You got a big plan. You're the head of a big plan. Your creative endeavor, your effort, your work, your idea. What are you waiting around for? Here's the wish card. You've come a long way, baby. It's your time now. It's your time. Everybody likes you. You're in a good place. Look, 3, 3, 3. Hard at work. Ahead of your game. Floating. Keep your focus. Your focus should be on you. Not someone that you lost. You're missing them. You're thinking about the good old days when you still had them. But your focus needs to be on you now. There's nothing you can do about that. You had to let that go. You have to let it go so that you can float. Okay, and then we had desk. Pay attention to your work. Handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. I think it's right here. This new contract, new agreement, new business deal. Triumph over troubles and obstacles. That is an eagle. The message that you're waiting for is, the answer is yes. A handshake, a new deal. Pay attention to your work. That's what you should be paying attention to now, not trapped in grief. Okay? Now, these are standalone things. We're going to have a little look at this. Paying attention to your work on your desk. Paying attention to your work. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're getting ready. All your ducks in a row. That's where you do your accounting. You're keeping track of the books. And it's all looking up. It's starting to work for you now. You know, the wheel. Oh, there's another 3. 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Look, it's starting to work now. 3 of Pentacles. Four of Swords. What are you waiting on? You need to get moving. 8 of Swords. You're going to have to dig your way out of this. The grief, you're paralyzed by grief. Stuck in a painful place. And then we got handshake and the new deal. Show me the new deal. Show me the new deal. Meeting with a stranger could be important. 10 of Swords. You sure could use a hand, but it's over. It's over. Better days ahead. A new meeting, new deal. New deal. Hopefully one that won't hurt you. Ace of Swords. That's the truth. One that gives you the truth and sees the truth in you, and that you are worthy. The 9 of Pentacles. A new deal, new true, new you. A new agreement. You cancel old contracts. 2 of Wands. You choose you. And then we have Eagle. Triumph over troubles and obstacles. You choose you. 2 of Wands. You choose you. News coming in. 2 of Wands. The choice. You've been given the position. They chose you. 6 of Swords. You escape to a new you, a new deal, a new land, a new life, a new happy. Ace of Wands, and you're going to do it on your own. It's all about you now. You have a new crew. 9 of Swords. Oh my God, what have I done? Just in time. Just in time. New you, new crew. Okay, let's have a look here. You didn't let old hurts stop you. You did what? I guess you knew that you would be hurt in acquiring this, because you kind of took the hurt until it was just so much. They put your back against the wall. But you did what, against all odds, including your recovery too. It hurt you. It hurt you doing it. You were wounded in battle against all odds. The battle was, though, creating the happy life, which is weird. And then we have a hell of a burden. Dissatisfaction about this burden because you were betrayed and lied to. It's in the fine print. That's where the devil is. You decided, is this where you begin to see that you can't continue with that. You can't continue with that. That could be the help came with strings, because it was empty promises, because it bullshit. Keeping you confused because they didn't want, because you're the asset. You're the asset. Sad. Sad because, sad and confused because it should have been the help that you needed, but you had to cut off your creativity and give to practical matters. Lost your Well, this is a lesson learned because you're sad. Sad about what happened in the past, right? Sad about the help that you had to take, the confusion because it didn't work out. You should have just did it on your own. Could have done just as good a job other than giving your allegiance and your power and your creativity and your ability to... You put yourself in thrall, right? You put yourself in thrall, and that's where you are now. You're still sad about it, though, but you're trapped now. And what you need to do now is the door is not locked. Your door is not locked. Open it. Go through it. Things are different. There is a new deal, a new you, a new goal. Possibly a new job. The answer, you wait for the message. The message is yes. Moving into your future, you get the job, you re-enter life, you enter the fray, your stick is bigger than anybody else's. You're a winner. Dun, da, da, da. The answer is yes. You've been judged worthy. Okay, and then you figure out how to get along by coasting. It's easy. You're in the flow. Life just carries you along. You've come so far. Make a wish. You're a hard worker. Just stay focused. Focus on your money. So you should be in the here and now, not trapped in the past with this broken heart and grief. Now, the last stage of this reading is here, this choice before you. Let's deal with it. 5, 6, 7, 8. You have a choice. You can leave, or you can stay trapped, 6 of Cups, in this old feeling. It's not going anywhere. It's all in the past. You're trapped in the past. Do you leave, or do you remain trapped in the past? See the earlier reading where the King of Wands became the Page of Wands, because here we have care of a child. Do you stay, or do you remain trapped in your past? This child is grown. Your paths will part. Your path has parted from someone you care about deeply. Deeply. You're uncertain about yourself. You're uncertain. You don't know where the relationship is going. Will I ever see you again? We could get back to it's uncertain. There's no yes or no here. It's a gray. You have to move on before the story writes itself as you step forward into it. That paragraph is done. You have to step forward into the new chapter. You are stuck. You are trailing in limbo and grief. Library, upside down. I think you're reviewing every sentence that you ever spoke to this other person. You're reviewing your life, their life, everything that you know, what you think about life, what you think about you, what you think you know, what you think you don't know. You're thinking about stuff you don't know. You're looking at everything. Let's have some words here. Library, remember this is upside down, so if you do upsides down, some of these cards have negative endings, but they're all written together, and the negative, it just gets worse as the list goes on. So bear that in mind and do what you want with this. Knowledge, learning, history, information, research, books, pastime, archives, hidden documents, search, secrets, looking beneath the surface, author, reading, and writing. Okay, looking beneath the surface here, it's upside down because you don't want to do that. You just want to coast along, and you're still stuck. You can't look beneath the surface now because you're still stuck in the pain, and you're just trying to re-enter life a little bit, and then you may start doing that. But you're just trying to get your head above water right now, trying to get out of the grief, and then we'll think. And then cherry on top is the 9 of Cups. That's your second Make-A-Wish. Girl, you've come so far. You have come so far. And this hurts so bad. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Because you are a warrior, really. You beat them against all. I mean, is it bittersweet? Is it the last word, the last way you wanted it? Did you beat them because you outlived them? I don't know what it is. I'm not trying to mock. there's a lot of feelings here, both good and bad, but you're stuck. Now this is the summary from Spirit, and you got 2 of these here, and I took it because of my earlier conversation about one of these cards. But the first one you got was your advice is to be brave. And the second one, your advice is to obey the rules. Now, you've got Strength and the Hierophant. And this is what I see, is that you did, against all odds, someone thought they had you down, and you rose up like the phoenix, and you didn't do what they said. You, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Right? Because you have strength, courage, compassion, focus, persuasion, and influence. And they would keep you from ascending. They would keep you from spiritual wisdom. They would keep you bound in tradition. They would keep you in the little box. They would keep you under the thumb of their morals, which always found you just almost good enough, but not quite. They would keep you. They would keep control of you. And you did not let that happen. Remember that. Because I think, well, it's the traditional upbringing kind of that you're breaking away from too. This has been years and years. Walking unscathed. You are fortunate, for a trap was laid out for you, but you were too smart to fall for it. Clever girl. So you saved yourself, and they thought you were their resource, and they could use you up as they saw fit. And with no care or regard for any of your needs, right? Well, you hit the end of that, but it made you sad. You didn't think they were like that. You wouldn't do that. How can you be that kind of person? What kind of person does that to another person? Because you yourself aren't like that. Therefore, you don't understand it, and that's probably why you didn't see it coming. You hear distant thunder? You're going to clear the air. You're going to speak your truth. And then your spirit animal is the blue jay. Your energy is that of intuition. You are encouraged to follow your feelings and intuition. This is a reminder that your personal power is in your own hands, and that you are free to take flight at any time if you find yourself in a situation that doesn't suit you anymore. Now, you had lots of Eights of Swords. I mean, between these 2 readings, they're numerous. You're overwhelmed, but you kind of did it to yourself. So when you see the truth, when you finally see the truth, and it comes around again, offering you the same old thing, the same old crisis, the same old need, take that Band-Aid off. Take that blindfold off, is what I meant to say. And see that they are still the same. Don't free yourself. Don't keep yourself in that prison. What was it? Are you a choice to walk away or remain in the prison? This is the prison. Unfortunately. Okay.